Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, my name is James. I really do appreciate y'all watching me. While you're at it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get into this, guys. We have a few topics to talk about in a short period of time because I'm trying not to take up too much of your time, but to give you some information that I think is very, very useful. Now, granted, some of this stuff, guys, is very, very new to me, so I do apologize. If some of y'all know what it is, maybe I'll throw some stuff in front of you that you're like, man, let me go check out what they got going on over there because I think they, this company we're talking about, which let's go ahead and get into that. We're here to talk about Magpul, and more specifically, like the umbrella of Daka, Magpul Daka, simply because I do think that they got a lot of fascinating things going over there, and man, they are just the people that I've met over there are just fascinating. They're amazing people, and they are very innovative as far as the things they're doing over there, which I'm pretty impressed by, to be honest with you. But regardless, when we talk about Magpul Daka, we talk about a lot of things. We talk about gun cases. I guess I call it foam replacement with the Daka grid organizing system. The gun cases they have already have the grid organizing system in it. They have waterproof pouches, cases, utility organizers, and it's just, I think they got a lot of stuff going on. They have containers for suppressors. They have a lot of different products that appeal to a lot of different people, a wide variety of people, and man, I think it's pretty cool stuff. So what we're going to talk about first is something we've already kind of covered on the channel, but we're going to get a little bit more specific about it. But regardless, if you have a vault gun case, or if you don't have a vault gun case and you're curious about a gun case, the one thing I would say about my vault gun case I bought, I had it for like 3 years before I cut the foam in it, because I kind of felt like once you cut the foam, it's committed to the gun or whatever you're doing at the moment. The moment you cut it, you're committed. And I had some commitment issues on cutting that foam, man. And I finally did cut it. I cut it for my 300 Win Mag. It's a Savage Impulse, and I had some regret, not because I just was like, man, what if I want to shoot something else? And so I came across at my friend's store at Gun Connection out of Taylor, Texas, and they had this Daka grid organizing system that basically is tailored for the vault gun cases. It depends on what size you have, on what kit you buy. But I bought one because I had the bigger vault case, and I bought the kit for my gun case. And I gotta admit, I was pretty impressed. If you guys don't know what it does, it takes a gun case, a regular gun case, and turns it into something like this. But ultimately, you have pieces like this that replace the foam in the gun case so that you can ultimately organize your gun case to hold things that you want. And it doesn't have to be committed. If you have one rifle, you're going to the range today, but the next week you're doing something totally different, you can do it. And I think it's fascinating. And really, truly, what they do is with these grid panels they have, you have pieces like this. And I call them Lego pieces simply because they look like Lego pieces to me. It's a childhood thing for me, so I do apologize. I don't think Magpul really cares what you call it. The thing about it is these things are pretty dang awesome. They have these two pieces here, or these three. These, I don't know what you want to call them. They have the 2, they have the 3, and ultimately they sit like this, either basically up, down, left, and right in your gun case, and you organize these things in a way where it basically holds your rifle, your ammo, your binoculars, your tripods, whatever you have in there. It organizes it in a way that holds it nice and steady. Now, what they did an evolution with those things. They added barrel holders. They call them V blocks. And they basically hold your barrels, but then they also added these angle pieces so that you can really get them up against your rifle to help you feel more secure in the way your rifle is in your vault gun case. Or if you have the Daka gun case, it basically helps you feel more secure on how formed these are to your rifle. Where did the other piece go? By golly, I'm losing it, guys. I don't know where it went. It was right here. They have a smaller triangular piece. My gosh. It was all right here. I swear. Doesn't really matter. I will find it when I least expect it. It's right here somewhere. I promise you. And then to evolve from that, which I thought was pretty dang neat, is they came up with these containers here. And ultimately, You can put your some wipes that have like gun wipes in them. You can put tools. You can put extra screws. You can put extra things in these things that you want to basically help organize your system. And these things fit just like these things do in that grid organizer. Now, or that grid panel, I should say. Now, if you're really cool, you get the really large one, because these not only hold tools, but they hold some really, really good snacks. I'm telling you. Yes, they do. So, I have so far used these for snacks. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is, guys. I am a fat man at heart. So, but regardless, I feel like they really, truly, Magpul hit the ball out of the park with this product, because I think that at the end of the day, you don't have to sit there and buy different foam for different rifles. You can actually just reorganize it on a daily, and it doesn't cost you anything extra at all. I am obsessed with finding that dang triangle piece, but just let it go. I'll find it at some point in time. I'm like, there it is. But regardless, so Magpul Daka encompasses gun cases, I mean, gosh, and then a variety of things from sunglass holders to you name it, man. I would suggest going over their website and checking it out. But what I have learned while hunting in the backwoods, we did some camping in July, late July. I learned organization is key. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best guy at staying organized all the time with everything I have. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of an organized chaos type thing. But regardless, what I did like is they have these light gray bags. I forget exactly what they call them. Hold on, this one still has a tag. This is a Daka Light. This is a medium gray pouch. Now this right here is a large. This one right here is a medium. I got these simply because there are certain things that I carry that I don't want to get wet. Now, when I was in Colorado, I did take this. I just put some random things inside. And I did go down to the place where we were getting water, and I kind of just dipped it to see if it was going to get wet, if any water was going to get in here, and absolutely nothing did. And I was pretty fascinated by that. I mean, when I pulled everything out, it was completely dry. The outside was wet, but the inside was dry, which I'm happy with, because when you have patches, you have certain things in here. If you want to carry your licenses in here, your hunting license, your driver's license, if you want to carry something that you want to, something that matters to you, if you want to keep it dry, something like this is pretty fascinating. And this right here is a gray, but there's black. There's also what they call window panels, pouches, I believe, which I'm assuming, I haven't held one in hand, I'm assuming it's a window pouch so you can actually see what's in there. That one here, it is light enough color that I can kind of somewhat see through it and see what's in there, or you can actually label it however you want to do. Piece of tape, label it so you know exactly what's in there. I do like to. I have found that when I'm in the backcountry, I do want to stay organized, and when I pull something out, I want to know what's in that so that I know what I'm getting and I know what I'm looking for. If I get a certain bag, I know what's in there. Now that being said, they also have this, I believe they call it a Daka takeout, and ultimately this is a large. It has carry handles. And this one here, I believe it's a roll of toilet paper, and ultimately when I was in Colorado, it was too big. I couldn't submerge it in the water, as you can see here, but I got it wet. I tried to I took a cup and I tried to pour some water on it to hopefully just see if it would stay dry, and I was a little nervous because this was my tissue when I was up. This is what I was blowing my nose with. I had a few other things in here. Really, truly, I had some water purification system in here. I have a few other little items in here, which we'll get into another day. But I wanted to make sure it was going to be waterproof enough where I didn't have to worry about something getting wet inside. Now, this one here is a relatively large one. If you don't think it's big enough, you can take this thing off here. Or so you should unsnap it there, and it does give you more space inside so that you can hold more items inside of this thing, which I just find fascinating. I do like it. It is a real thick material. It has so far been very durable. Everything I've put it through has survived. It has not punctured. It hasn't done anything of a sort. So I'm very, very impressed by the material and everything, and the price is amazingly, it's affordable for sure. If you guys want to know the price, I would suggest you go to their website. But regardless, the Daka Takeout Large is around 45 bucks. And then of course, then this guy here is a small, and it is $29.95 according to their website. Now this one right here was my first product that I bought of the Magpul Daka, these pouches here, of this takeout. Now, what I did is I actually carry this on my kayak. What I do is I put my wallet in here, I put my gun, I put essentials in here that I need to keep dry. Now, granted, I had this incident. Now, that incident was very traumatic to me, guys. I lost every gun in that incident that I own. I have no more weapons in my name. They have all on the bottom of the lake. I'm not going to tell you where it's at because I don't need you to go looking for it. You're not allowed to swim there anyways, but they're all lost forever. It's very traumatic. But regardless, so what I did was I took this right here and I attach it to the seat in my kayak, and then ultimately it's not going anywhere and it's going to stay dry. And I can tell you, even after that happened, yeah, there was no, everything in here was dry when I got it out. Everything in here is still dry. The only thing I have in here right now, this was my, when I was in the mountains this last time, this was kind of my hygiene bag. It is fairly full and it is fairly small. Now it can get a little smaller if you want to like keep it empty and smash it down. Is this something I would carry in my backpack when I'm backpack hunting? I'm not sure yet, simply because space is everything. So I'm not sure. It is going to go with me to Colorado and here in a couple of weeks. But regardless, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to have it in my backpack or not. There's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of planning still going involved in that. But I do think this is a really neat bag. If you're wanting something that is water resistant and will keep your stuff dry, I do think this is a really good product. And speaking of organization, there was a deal that I really fell in love with, and ultimately it is the Daka Utility Organizer, which, to be honest, is this thing right here. Now, I gave it a cooler name. I call it my kill bag. Now, ultimately, this right here is my sole and my intention with this thing is, as you can see, I have extra blades here. I even have some extra blades here that have fallen down, but they're right here, and ultimately they are blades for this outdoor edge knife that has replacement razor blades. Typically, I thought this would be a great idea for, because it has pockets galore. You can put your hunting license in there. You can put your personal information in there. I do have my Montana knife company knife in here as well. This is what I kind of deemed my kill box, or my kill bag, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And ultimately, you zip it up. It's water resistant. Stuff in here is not going to get dry. And ultimately, it was wherever I went, this thing was going to go with me. So if we had to kill something, I'll pull this out. All my tags are in here, my knives are in here. Everything I need to get that done is in here. And then I thought to myself, this is awfully freaking big. And I don't know, again, space is everything in your bag in the backcountry. And then I saw this guy at the same place. I go to Gun Connection in Taylor, Texas, and I saw this guy and I got, oh my God, this thing is perfect. I've already tried it with the size of everything. I can still put my knives in here. It still has pockets for my extra blades. It still has pockets for my licenses, my personal information, and I can still put my multi-tool in here. And my other knife, I could put my Montana knife in here. It will still close up. And again, I have a kill box or a kill bag, whatever you want to call it, and I know as long as this stays with me, my important documentation is with me. It's waterproof or water resistant at least. And if you need to if you need to clip it to a bag, we'll say that. I don't really know if I'm saying that right, but take a carabiner, you clip it to your bag, and this thing is with you, and it's not going anywhere, and it's going to stay dry. And that's the important thing, is because you don't want to kill an animal and not have your license with you, because then you might get in trouble. Now, last and not least, I mean, I'm telling you, the whole like Magpul Daka system to me has such a wide variety of just items that I find fascinating and useful. And last but not least, the last item I have that I wanted to talk about was something that they are actually sold out. They should have more on their website. I want to say they said late November-ish, somewhere around there. I apologize if I'm wrong, but it is going to be kind of later in the fall. They are going to have this. But this right here is their Magpul Daka gun sleeve. Now, I just put a few bullets in here. This is a 7 PRC bullet, which you know they are a relatively large bullet. I just kind of put some in here just to give it some perspective. It does hold 5 bullets on top, 5 bullets on bottom. Now that all depends on the size of the bullet. The bigger they are, they might get a little crowded in there. I'm just saying. But regardless, it is an ammo sleeve by the Magpul Daka, and I do like it. I do have another product, an ammo sleeve I was not impressed with, simply because the material is real thin. It seems like it's going to wear out real easy, but this material here is thick, and I really do like it. Really impressed. Really and truly, like everything I've seen so far in the Magpul Daka system, whether it's the light pouch or this guy here, you know, from my gun organizing system, from my tactical snack boxes to these Lego pieces, man, I've been really impressed with everything Magpul, and especially Magpul Daka. I just can't say enough. And my gosh, if you guys are at least bit curious, I would go over to Magpul's website. They have a lot of stuff, man. You talking about a company that's innovative and got a lot going on. That company is killing it, man, and I am just tickled pink that I've met a few guys there. Very nice people, and I can't say enough. Like, I can't say enough about Magpul, and especially Magpul Daka products. I've been very impressed. But if you guys need a gun case, pistol case, anything with the grid organizing system, to these little pouches, to everything, man, they got you covered. Regardless, guys, I do love y'all. I hope y'all found that interesting. If not, go check them out. At the very least, man. Well, you're on your phone anyways, but regardless, I do love y'all. Y'all be safe. Get outside. Have fun. See y'all next time.